Greetings, YouTube. Beautiful Mind here with another question. So this question comes from College Algebra. It comes from our text, question 1.1, question 57. It asks us to solve the equation for x. Okay, so this is pretty straightforward. We're mostly going to be using addition property of equality and multiplication property of equality. Addition property of equality says we can add the same real number to either side of the equal sign and preserve equality. Multiplication property of equality says we can multiply the same non-real zero on either side of the equal sign and preserve equality. So let me start by getting a copy of the original. We have 5x equals 3x minus 3 times m plus 7. Something like I would do here first, I would FOIL this out. So then we'll get 5x equals, so FOIL stands for first. So first times first, outer times outer, inner times inner, and last times last. That's how we want to multiply. I know some people, I think, use a box method, but I'm just going to do this. So first times first. So 3xm is going to be 3xm. Outer times outer, 21x. Inner times inner is minus 3m. And last times last is minus 21. Okay. So if we're solving for x, we want to isolate the x on one side. Anything that doesn't have an x, we're going to have it on the other. So I'm going to move this 3xm and this 21x to the left-hand side in the following manner. So I'm going to use the addition property of equality to isolate the x. So we're going to subtract this 3xm from both sides. And we're also going to subtract this 21x from both sides of the equal sign. So we'll start by just bringing down the equal sign. On the left, we do have some like terms. 5 minus 21 is what, negative 16? So that's going to be a negative 16x, and then negative 3xm just comes down. This goes to 0. This also goes to 0. Let me do this really quickly. I'll do it in blue. Okay, so those go to 0, and then we'll just bring, those are unlike terms, so we'll just leave them as negative 3m minus 21. Okay, let me center this. So notice the two terms on the left have x. What we're going to do is factor out the x. It's almost like they merge. We're going to factor out the x. Okay. If we do this, we'll say x times, and we're left with the negative 16 minus 3m equals a negative 3m minus 21. So now that we've gotten the x by itself, we got one more step. We're going to divide both sides by this thing. Okay. Something divided by itself, this goes to 1. And we're left with x equals negative 3m minus 21 divided by negative 16 minus 3m. Okay. Now on an exam, something like this, you would want to plug it into the original and simplify as best you can. Since there are two x's, it would take a little bit to plug this in. But yeah, you should be able to plug this into the original and check. Let me see, there was something else I wanted to say. But yeah. So for right now, I'm not going to check this. I'm going to leave it as an exercise for my students. If this is wrong and somebody catches the mistake and brings it to my attention, first person, again, if it's wrong, first student of mine to bring it to my attention, I'll give extra credit for that. This is any of my students. College algebra, college prep algebra, pre-cal, any of my current students, okay? So if this is wrong and you correct it, I'm open to giving extra credit. And with that, we will end this session here. And from one beautiful mind to another, enjoy the rest of your evening.